changes. And so many of us sometimes struggle with self-belief. So many of us, the challenges of life beat us down. We look at what is transpiring throughout the world and we question, we question how we can make an impact. We feel sometimes like we don't have the power, we don't have the ability to affect what is taking place. Little do we know that whatever effort we do makes a tremendous difference. The little that we put in, whatever is within our capacity, and we may see it as a little, but it is not a little. It is more than that. It is essential. That effort, that best effort, can move mountains. And when it meets the efforts of others who share the same mind, it becomes a tremendously powerful force. The greatest trick is to make the people, the masses, feel as though they don't have the power, when it is quite the opposite. We do, totally, if only we realize and we utilize that power together. And sometimes it takes time. Sometimes change and action are not immediate. But over time and over a process, and most importantly, when that time has reached, when God's time has reached, we would be amazed to see the movement. So let us believe in ourselves. Let us believe in goodness and in truth. Let us believe in our capacity to improve, not just for ourselves, but our wider community. Let us believe in the impact that the little, whatever we can do, let us believe in the impact that little can make. So we looking on at the news, both locally and internationally. Of course, we know we in the international news for a while. It kind of cooled down a bit. I don't know if that'll change when the aircraft carrier reaches. I think it's quite close, and it is being seen as, a topic of interest for the wider world. The global challenge that is taking place, the global shaking up of power that is taking place, the rise of the dragon, the bear, and others, right? The rise of the global south, the rise of people, the rise of the numbers. 1 billion in India, 1 billion in China, so many hundreds of millions in Africa. The rise of Bolivar and the people of the Bolivarian area. For those who listen to Pedro, Prime Minister Pedro, he's president. I think they have a system where the head of state is a president, right? Pedro said, if they understand the history of our people, we fought the Spanish with forks, right? Forks and whatever other farming tools and they were not able to defeat us when they were much more powerful in terms of um, armory, right? Of course, the colonial master had the advantage of implements of destruction and death, right? They always try to keep, if you're looking for the despot, they always try to keep above you with the creation and the amassing of implements of war, because that's their thing, right? Their thing is to take advantage. So they want to stay supreme, not in work and production like China, not in delivery, not in technology except for military technology, but in implements of war, so that they can scare you, bully you, take advantage of you. Is a telltale sign of those who are power mongers and cruel and wicked, right? That's they don't they don't focus so much on the upliftment and the building of humanity and society, but they focus on taking advantage. They have set their systems and their lives and what they have earned, I say earned, what they have amassed with the spilling of blood, right? With the spilling of blood, not the sweat, not the spilling a sweater, but on the blood and the tears, maybe on our sweat. And we must be wise enough, and we must recognize and understand where we stand. Just understand where you stand. Understand where your space is. Least as Malcolm X always used to expose to us, and least we begin loving the oppressor. That's a serious condition that we have, you know. It is a serious condition we have, where we love at times the oppressor, and we hate or we show scorn to those who try to liberate us. I'm sure it have people that's be vexed with me on a morning. About, I think, one person on YouTube, his comments be laughable to me, right? Now they're not on yet. Iwer TV, of course, streaming on YouTube, on Facebook as well, and of course on the website and live over the airwaves. But there's this one particular person, you know, talking crap, this, that, and I'm like, no matter what topic to it, and let it motivate you. Not everybody is going to like it, and if nobody dislikes what you're saying, then you ain't saying nothing. If nobody takes issue with what you are teaching, what you're saying, then you're not saying anything at all. So let us clarify in our minds. Let us just clarify in our minds our understanding of the global perspective. Let us at least keep it in our hearts that we are concerned with the oppressed. We are concerned with ourselves and the future of our children and of the global South and those who are rising again, those who have been pushed down. Let us at least have a clear understanding of our past and our history and what our ancestors would have gone through. and what our brothers and our sisters in humanity continue to go through. And let us identify in this effort for liberation, for self-realization, for achievement, for freedom. Some big words there, some big concepts. Let us understand where we are. Because some of us think we're there already, you know. Some of us think because we working and whatever and we have some money or whatever, or there are no physical chains on us and we could jump up for carnival. Some of us think we have arrived. Some of us think because in our little space here, we are not bombed and we are not killed and we are not chased from lands and we are not, that we are free. But certainly not until we are all free. Early Prezi, good morning.
Good morning, Imam Abu Bakr.
Hey,
good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, God.
Good morning.
Seeing the mountain this morning, no dust. That is good. And I say thank you to Papa God for having me get up this morning. And well as the rest of the world, like yourself, so that we know we existing.
Yeah, man.
And that is important because nobody can tell me there is not a creator if they know they are. And when I say they are, we are. I am.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is nice for today. So let me continue to do in a nice way. Discipline, tolerance, production, and appreciation for all of us. And, well, many things in the existence, because the existence is nature and it teaches, just as we would say, well, there is a God, the existence itself is God, because that is what teaches us the reality. Okay, so very closely, I want to go into your basic consciousness of the topic, which you say believe. It's a one word, but it puts you in the song say believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a nice word. It's a word I don't really use too much because believe is a sort of a kind of unsure thing. When you know, then you show. So anyway, I want to beat up on that part of the thing too much.
Yeah.
But what I want to say is that in believing in ourselves, you see the whole prescription I put down with God and everything, we have to know these things to be able to use the word believe in ourselves, because many people out there don't even know themselves. So how do they believe in themselves? You see, then you come up to know and believe. And it's a great topic to talk about because it makes a big sort of difference in how people think. One sort of illusion is replaced by believing. Well, if you know, you will have no illusion, falsehood, lies. You will be able to adopt these things because you know as a fact that the reality of your consciousness is real. So I jumped in first this morning to open up that. It may be controversial to me, but I take a first jump in this morning. I don't usually do that. I like to analyze and then come down to the late part. If I get in, I get in. If I get in.
Yeah.
But I like the topic to that extent, according to you philosophically. The belief. Let me use it in the sense that believe in oneself. But to believe in oneself is to actually be aware of the existence, beware of the God, beware of yourself as an existence. And don't keep worrying that there is no God. When you say there is no God, you lie to yourself because there is no you. There must be something or someone to cause you to be. So that is the philosophy for this morning. I won't carry on being the first one, but I'll go the shot to open up your topic nicely so that it could have some conversation, being controversial wherever necessary. If I say bad, all you make a attack at it. If I say good, all you make a attack at it. I will sit down and listen. If I come down to the end of the program, I might put something as an analyst towards what the program say. All you have a nice day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prezi. When we understand the wider context, then we can apply it to what is taking place and the conversation and life now. You can open the international news and you can understand where people are coming from. You could understand why they want to put the bases here and the aircraft carriers there. You can understand where a leader is deposed, as in Bangladesh, and then who comes and replaces them, now tries them and sentences them to death. You could understand why China, just the other day, you violate the tenets of their constitution, and they will root you out no matter where you stand. You will understand why men went all the way to Iraq, and now two of them have been charged and for just killing innocent people, for killing people who this system, this society that they belong to, deemed to be less than human. Why men went into certain conflicts to kill for sport. All these things have transpired and continue to transpire. And we must understand so that we are able to free ourselves and ensure that it is not repeated. We take the break and we'll be right back. and we are back, right? I hope my ads was playing there. I'm not even 100% sure, but I'll find out. I know the callers could give me a little heads up as well. Dream it alone. Stop just imagining your perfect home and start building it. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's Choice, is celebrating its 75th anniversary with the My Dream Home Loan. You can get financing up to a maximum of $1,500,000. Yeah, use it for building your dream home or for the purchase of a built property. We're, we're giving you a very competitive interest rate and more time to pay. Your dream home is within reach. Apply now. Call us at 639-8375 or find us online on mpcutobago.com. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, celebrating 75 years of legacy, growth, and community. Black Friday starts now at Courts with unbeatable deals on electronics, furniture, appliances, and more. Today, purchase 3 or more items and get 30% off credit. Purchase 2 or more items and get 20% off cash or credit. Purchase 1 item and get 10% off cash or credit. Plus get 30% off TVs 55-inch to 98-inch. But that's not all. Get more with free delivery on credit purchases $4,999 and over. Don't forget, you can shop today and pay us later. Offers valid until November 16th, or they just miss out. 2025. Only at Courts, bringing value home. Of course, terms and conditions apply. It's the season to share the crunch and spread the joy, KFC style. This Christmas, make your table a festive one with KFC. Get the festive box, 3 pieces of spicy or extra crispy tenders, and regular wedges for just $39.95. Or go big with the festive bucket, 8 pieces of golden chicken, 2 regular sides, and 2 regular wedges for only $159. Whether it's a family feast or after shopping treat, KFC's got the taste of Christmas wrapped up for you. So come home to flavor, come home to KFC. It's finger licking good. So we, of course, have to pay the bills, and we have some tremendous opportunities over the Christmas period. We could get Christmas deals whole year. Oh gosh! So y'all take advantage of those that are useful to you. We're just talking really about the context of what is taking place globally. And you must understand your history if you are going to understand your present, and you're going to be able to shape your future. There are others who have written you down as part of their process of empowering and enriching themselves. There are kings who see you as their peasants to run like rats in a system. And it is only through your consciousness that you will be able to step out of that box. Even while you're in the reel running for the cheese, to think about it, to know when you're going to jump off, to know when you're going to get your own cheese, go to the supermarket and buy your cheese or something, some other way. To realize that you can control your own destiny. To look towards others who are similar minded and who are about forging a future for everyone. As a young person, I look throughout the world. I look for leaders. I look for countries, civilizations who have that love and that understanding of a wider humanity, who are not caught up in this trick, who are not caught up in this stupidity of supremacy, who are comfortable in themselves and the realization of their best, and they have that self-esteem to feel good in that alone, without a comparison, without a feeling of wanting to be over someone else or better than someone else. And if we understand some of the stories that are told to us to try to explain our existence and how we should act, we would understand that fundamentally the concept of Satan thinking himself better than man, and because he thought himself better than man, refusing to follow the commands that a creator gave him. Apply that to your understanding of yourself. Apply that to the understanding that these new wannabes, human, they hair gray already. I don't know, they don't like the complexion of the skin, so they put some kind of thing on it looking orange or whatever. And they desire to be over others. They don't think themselves the same as a Palestinian child, an African child in the Sudan, a Chinese boy. They don't think themselves on the same level of value. They don't respect and honor and cherish the lives of others. They cherish their lives. And therefore, they act in accordance to those theories, that misunderstanding, and they do things that are horrible. And we must understand and we must be better of ourselves and understand who they are and also defend ourselves. So let us have that level of self-realization. We go to the news, right? What is taking place in our little space, right? That means so much to us. And I just go into the headlines of the Express. And first up, I'm seeing Mr. Lee, Minister of Housing, speaking about a decade of failure, a failure of delivery. Let me just touch on it a little bit. And I've read the particular article as well, so it deals with the lack of delivery of homes from the HEC, with over 100,000 people on their system applying. And of course, over the past 10 years, just 4,000 homes were built. And speaking about the fact that that is not good enough in his eyesight, and the the promise of a target of 20,000 affordable houses, and in the effort to achieve that, they have spoken about the identification of a number of locations, about 60 something, as well, as I read through the article. Good morning, Kola. Welcome.
Yeah, morning for her.
Yeah, man. Morning, brother.
Give thanks to the Almighty God for just giving me a little quick hearing. But for her, I'm studying so much things. There's sometimes I just be calling on your phone and I just have a million things in my head, and sometimes I just be crossing up the conversation because I have so much things I want to tell you at the same time.
Let's take it easy, bring it simple. I understand already. I don't overstand, so don't worry.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, let me tell you the most important thing I sit down and calculate. Here what's going on there, Brother Fuhad. Me as a man who grew up listening, truth, knowledge, God and whatever, and acquire certain things now. But as a singer, Rasta man, I just fast and try to ask God to show me what is the most important thing. And you know what I scare about? Some things I learn from different churches now as a young boy. I seen too much thing coming to pass. Everything I seen it in front of my eye, worse again in your whole order, the secret agenda and this kind of thing. And if the market, the beast and all these kind of things looking like it have the necessary things to make it happen. Because when I was young, I used to just wonder about it, but I seen everything is AI, is this, is that, right? And the kind of thing, but who had something happening, where if a man seek after material vanity, big house, car, money, because that is the norm. That is people believe, right? The earth going and stay for the next 100 years or 40, 50 years or even 30 years, continue in this trend. It's not so. I really don't believe it so because of the fact that so much thing I see happening. Since I was a little boy, I used to study with Herbert T.W. Armstrong the whole tomorrow. When I leave Adventist, I start studying with he. And he had real truth too. And every single thing I see. So something wrong, Brother Fuhad. Something wrong. I feel we going on in the wrong direction. Seeking after the material things in the earth now, boy. Big walk, vanity, fantasy. And let me say if you have to take this digital currency chip to get access to your money in the bank, right? The Bible say all who take that, they condemn their soul against God. It's better to give up your soul, right? And that is the great majority who we see in Revelation beside the 144,000. Them is who live to live for life. You could either live for life or you could live to death. If you're living to death, God is going to put the earth through some kind of test now. Die by the mark of the beast, coming to save people from death, when I say from permanent death. People who give up their life in the sacrifice for truth and the knowledge of God. I really believe now He's going to resurrect them. I talk about in a quick time, not long. Because when you look at the earth where it reached and all these things I see come to pass, I say, wait now, boy, this other things must come to pass. So I as a man that's born out, well, I born out flesh since I young. And I just fast since I young. But I didn't know why I doing it. But I just do it because by the faith, boy, I just believe, I say, boy, let me take no chance, let me try. But now I seeing why I was doing it. And I'm so glad. Because there's only 144,000 people God say He will save our life. All the rest, He putting them through. Remember, most people living to death. Because you're eating meat, you're taking life to live, you're eating blood. He tell the children of Israel, we was trying to reform since in the days of Moses. Don't eat no man have blood. They insist they should eat it. He tell them they should go ahead and eat it. All right? And whatever. But He know now he has to create some kind of other plan, some system or some kind of systematic plan And that's why he bring the mark of the beast to test people. If you could overcome, you could give up your life, right, for the sake of righteousness. God going to give you your life. That is why the mark of the beast is here, and this digital currency and all this kind of bacchanal thing. Because most people not living for the Garden of Eden. To live for the Garden of Eden, you had to burn up flesh, you had to do this, you had to me, it's a kind of Rastafari idea.
Yeah.
But everybody playing a part, down to Islam playing a part, them bring about the first concept of justice in this timing.
Yeah, let we
leave
it there though. Don't go too far, right?
But you
so we have to
understand where I'm coming from? You understand where I'm coming from though? It's plenty too much.
I over understand where you're coming from. Don't worry yourself.
Right. Give thanks for that, brother Fuhad. And if you could give me a little tips now and again, sir, let me inform the people now because my brain's busting. So sometimes when I call you, I don't know where to start. I had too much thing in my head. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so we understand the constant battle between good and evil, not outside of ourselves, but with ourselves, right? Trying our best to fulfill and to obey the commandments that God has given us. That is an immense test. Is the test of life. So people get carried away with this life as well, and all the deceptions that take place. People become more attentive to deception than anything else. So we have to be careful as well. Good morning, brother. Welcome.
I want to say good morning to you, big brother.
Yeah, man.
I want to say good morning to Iwer and to Diego.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, no, at the time, we don't make the device I was saying, supported behind. I'm not expecting I know I'm telling on the radio, so don't every single thing.
Yeah.
So,
and talking to the phone so we could hear you clearly, man.
Yes. You will help me, definitely.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
You will help me. You want to say it's good to be in the land of the living. It's good to be here in our next new week. We are here in the season where we give thanks and we share and we celebrate our brother life, Jesus Christ. I want to say this. I think that the societies today in Trinidad and Tobago, they are losing the way a lot because we continue studying other places and not studying our home. Many of us live here and go to America, go other places and live and make them that place their home and they be patriot to that country they're gone to. But in this country, many of them do not want to be patriots. Many of them do not want to be patriots. This is why our country is in a mess, it's in a state. Because we're not together. We're divided by religion, by race, and politics. This is what play a major part in our great country, Trinidad and Tobago. As I see Tobago gears up and ready for the next election, I know it wouldn't be an easy ride over there. It's going to be a powerful election. I believe this election might be one of the biggest TJ election that Tobago have. And I hope them the best over there. Clean election and may the best man win, because I have nobody in the horse there. I will just be saying the facts and where I feel is the best to lead Tobago for the next 4 years. I see that Trump is going to meet Nicolas Maduro very soon. Very soon. He announced it last night as he head back from his wonderful, wonderful Mohawk home. That doesn't happen with at all. But his wonderful, wonderful home. And he head back to the next home on the Air Force. He said that his people is talking to the Venezuelan government, and maybe very soon he might make up his mind to meet Nicolas Maduro. And I hope that if they ever meet, that some peace will come in between Venezuela and America. So I hope for the best. I know that many leaders today want to meet Trump because of his tariffs and his leadership to America. And I know that right now a scandal is brewing over his head. And I want to tell my president, hold firm. Hold firm. I know one of your loyalists, one rogue, but she going to get back in the right line, because it's really still. We know the last 10 months Trump in power, and she gone rogue because I believe Green, she did not get a position in the cabinet of Trump, and she was a real supporter, a real fighter, a real MAGA, make America great again. And today is bitter war between them of the ST files, where this man used to lay young Jews, go by Trump resident, big hotel, big place, and take young Jews and cry them and do things with it. But let us see how that will go. I believe that we need to do a little better in this country. I think we need to be more focused on patriots of Trinidad and Tobago, not India flag or Africa flag, but Trinidad and Tobago flag. As I believe, as the founding father said, what I believe in, take off my hair, tell me what I believe in. There is no mother India. The Indians will be touched with me. There is no mother Africa. The Africans cuss me. But there's one mother, and there's only one mother, but Mother Trinidad and Tobago. I thank my ancestors and them for all they do for me, for making me live in this land here. But I born here, and I do not believe in Africa. I believe in Trinidad. I believe in a great Trinidad. I will die here. I will bury here. If I ever have children, my children are going to stay here. They're going to bury here, because this is my country. Not Africa is my country, but Trinidad and Tobago. I love my African people, the family in Africa. I love my ancestors and them, what they do for me, they make a part for me, but I am Trinidad, Trini to the bone. I thank you very much.
Yeah, man. You're telling Trump to hold firm. I hope you meet him sometime soon and he hold firm. He have a way he like to hold thing too. I hope he hold firm for you. Well, it's trouble, yes. But we understand the concepts that our leaders past have also explained to us as well. And we have enough intelligence and understanding to contextualize it in terms of our understanding of our further heritage and our ancestors coming from different spaces. We have reached a point in the global affairs where there's globalization, and we are more than just citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, but we're citizens of the world. We are family in terms of humanity, and we can lean on and emphasize our similarities and our similarities of experience and of humanity, to forge closer relations with each other. But I understand the concept as well, that we must be dedicated as well to where we are, this space and this place. We must accept the blessing of so much that is given to us in this, this fortunate land, this land of plenty. We have underutilized the blessing that Trinidad and Tobago is. Right? The green, serene, surrounded by water, fish in the sea, oil in the earth, water on the land. We are tremendously blessed, and then we have all kind of geographical advantages due to our positioning as well. We have underutilized that blessing, and we must work towards fulfilling the potential of our country, even in our human resource, even in the blessing of so many different people coming to these shores and intermixing, intertwining into the fabric of what Trinidad and Tobago is. It's a concept that struggles to explain what we are. And the beauty of it, the beauty of what we are and what we can be. So there's a lot for us to understand even in ourselves. We should be teaching that within our schools. We should be teaching that within our homes. Because again, as I started the program, in the understanding of self, we will be able to truly achieve. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, boy, Mr. Bakker, boy, morning.
Morning.
Yeah, and morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody. It's no special. So it makes sense, right? Yeah, bless up. One thing I could to see, boy.
All are we special.
Yeah, everybody. Because I'm mixing us, so I care about Chinese, and we know Chinese from the day one going to school with going to a Chinese shop and barrel sweetie and thing. I want to be short. I don't want to keep no long time here.
Right.
Boy, little Trinidad and Tobago be serious now. Let me get things right now, boy. We live in here. Everybody, we grew up uniting with everybody, love with everybody, boy. Only Christmas time we seeing that. Why we are seeing that right through the year, boy?
Yeah, man.
But I grew up with love in my heart for my mother days, We mix up, boy. We Chinese, all kind of thing. And I don't know how people want to see this country destroyed. In what way? Why? Remember when we get independent in 1962, Mr. Bakker?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You Google it because I not no book man. I am more trade man. I more trade brain. I trade brain. Me I run book and thing.
But we just had to pause for a little ad though. You wanna hold on or you wanna finish quick?
Give me 1 minute. I'm finishing quick.
All right, 1 second. Go.
And when you do check, as we get independent, you destroy the train. God bless.
All right, blessings, brother. So we just go into the Royal Castle song of the day.
Your Parang hit of the day, powered by the unbeatable taste of Royal Castle.
Okay, Rudolph, make her right. Then, hold on. Mrs. Claus sent a WhatsApp.
The elves are hungry. Pick up a Royal Castle Queen bucket, a King bucket, some royal wings, a family meal, a few combos, some extra delicious coleslaw, crinkle-cut fries, potato salad, and a snack box for yourself. Oh, and don't forget that delicious honey mustard sauce. It's really lashing. Okay, Rudolph, let's get that delicious local Trini flavor. Royal Castle, here we come. Royal Castle is the local something that makes it all taste better. Happy holidays from Royal Castle.
The grandstand, the Velcock was the MC. When he introduced me, people jumping like carnival to my rendition of Serenal. Alpagata, alpagata, uno ram, uno parata. Maria, 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 mi corazón. From Port of Spain to Faizabad, everybody know crazy mad. Maria, 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 mi corazón. I sang on the Annunciation to show my appreciation. Then the crowd went wild. I sang on the birth of the child. My next song, Ana Guinaldo, with good rhythm and fast tempo, plays breakdown a second time to see this parang sing a wine. El poquito, this place had too much mosquito. Maria, 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 mi corazón. Cocorico, I got this from Toronto. Maria, 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 mi corazón. Big singers like Henry Pereira, Daisy Vosia, Glo Alcazar, Papa Gun, Clarita Rivas, Vito and the Lara brothers. They boo them when they don't sing. People pelt them with orange skin. Pandemonium, it was up there. Crazy is all people want to hear. If you go to Manzelina, you will get your chip water. Maria, 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 mi corazón. And when you drink your chip water, you could fight a Bengal tiger. Maria, 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 mi corazón.
Christmas is coming, and we're heading back to TNT for that famous Royal Castle chicken. We just love the Royal Castle family meal with those 12 pieces of tasty chicken, the 6 yummy sides, and that refreshing 2-liter soft drink. It's just perfect for a nice Christmas lime. So if you're hustling and bustling like me, or if you just want some great tasting food, pick up the Royal Castle family meal. Happy holidays from Royal Castle. Ho, 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 ho.
That was your Parang Hit of the Day, powered by the unbeatable taste of Royal Castle.
And we are back. I apologize because on top of the hour, what I realized we would have had some time of silence, unfortunately. But some technical difficulties. I ain't taking blame for that at all. I don't know who interfered with the system there as well. Good morning, Mr. West. Morning.
just want to probably get some advice or some information from you. Are you familiar? Do you use GPT? ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Right. And I think I learned from another program on your station where, you know, a guy, I think it's Emerson James, he not predicted, but in fact, predicted is a sort of prediction, and also that he said that, and I agree with him, that, you know, the thing is really revolutionary, and it has changed the way we access information. And the question of the way we learn, and it may in fact make some, I got that internationally, in terms of lecturers and a lot of people being made or displaced or made somewhat, not totally, but redundant. And I happened to go there and I asked some questions there, and the answers came, and the answers, you know, tells me that the information is out there and people can access ChatGPT in order to get information. So you may not be able to analyze the information in the context of what is happening in the country today or internationally. You may not have that capacity. But the fact remains is that if we discuss with other people, we chat with other people, we'll be able to get a better understanding as to what is taking place. But I'm saying it's very critical for people to familiarize themselves with the technology.
Yeah.
Right? That is where the world is going. That is where the student of the day should because I went in there and I saw things like, you know, the question, and I asked the question as to why persons were not being charged with respect to this matter that they speak about. I think it's this thing they call life sport and all that. And the answers were there. Everything was there. They talk about the complexity of it. They talk about the question of evidence. They don't have any evidence. But the whole, it gives you an understanding as to what transpired and why it is persons were not being in. I went back and I asked about the role that Balzi Pandey would have played in the development of the gas industry. And it was there, everything.
Right. ChatGPT was able to give you some.
Yes, everything. I mean, it's marvelous, you know. And I can go back and I can trace, you know, exactly what happened at that point in time. Mm-hmm. And it's able to give you that. So I'm saying that people should seek to go to, you have information, you have that there.
Yeah, take advantage of what exists.
Take advantage of it.
Yeah.
What some people are complaining in the States is that even lawyers, they say, they are threatened also because you can go to there and you can get all the, if you want to understand the question of the procedure with respect to in Trinidad and Tobago, I'm talking about all you have to do is to put Trinidad and Tobago. If you want it in St. Vincent, you put St. Vincent. And everything is there.
Yeah.
So I would try to implore people to make greater use of that information, and you have people running around spewing a set of nonsense that they don't even understand. You get out of that. You have the technology there. You can access anything you want to know. I went back and I asked the question with respect to the role that Arthur Lewis model in industrialization by invitation trade in terms of the development, the socio-economic and political development of Trinidad and Tobago. Everything was there.
Yeah.
And it gives you the disadvantages of the weaknesses of that model and everything.
The monopolization of information and the access to it does not exist anymore.
Yes, because some
it
people
is
have
there.
information
Yeah.
and they don't want to share it.
Yeah, well, that was the day of old.
And you have to run behind them to say, what is this and what is that? And they stand like a god.
Yeah.
And you have to come to them. When they sit down and they're speaking, you have to listen to them.
Yeah.
That is no more. You have the technology there. And one of the differences with that, we talk apart from the statement in terms of employment and all that, you have the question where they say they complain that students are using the AI to write projects and all that kind of thing.
Of course.
And that is a challenge that they have to deal with. But I'm saying that the days or when you have certain people who are intellectual in this country having the information, don't want to share. If those people are upset about the same, nobody come. Everything they don't relate to the people. You know, they don't come on a program. They do, all it makes is pronouncement. They talk. Nobody explain anything to you. And I'm saying I'm happy for chat, the development of the technology.
Yeah, the development.
Advanced learning, and I think, as you rightly said, people should take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Everything you need to know, all you need to do is frame your question in the right way, and you get all the answers you want. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. For some time now, and I am not one to downplay the knowledge of human beings and their ability to retain and regurgitate as well information, but that is less impressive now in our time, because literally at our fingertips is all of that information, plus all of that which you have stored and put into your memory exists now at the touch, of our fingertips, at a voice command. Plus, because the volume of information that you may be able to retain in your mind, as compared to these mega servers that store tremendous volumes of information. Sometimes it is difficult for me to even contemplate and understand the technology, because data information stored, on metal chips or whatever. If you break it down, it's quite phenomenal as well, where we have reached with technology. And then the ability of these algorithms to search through that information and to find what is relevant to the question that you ask. It is tremendous. The level of programming, the level of data storage, the level of programming, the level of ability of that program to actually not so much understand, but to translate what you are asking into commands to receive that enlightening speed. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Mr. Backler.
Hey, morning to you.
I just saw some good breaking news on the TV there on ABC, where President Donald Trump is willing to meet with Maduro.
All right.
So I say, what? A ball like Anil Roberts, what? I say, well, this is good. I mean, it's better to dialogue than to start to attack and moving into the people country, dialogue. So this is good news this Monday morning. Very good news.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah, but what I was shocked over the weekend when I heard our new Chief Justice, Mr. Ronnie Boodoo Singh, said he will try to see if he could clear up the backlog of cases. You'd have cases 5-10 years, can't start, or it's a trial and they just keep postponing.
Yeah.
So when I heard him say that, I say, what? I say, wow, well then he has powers that we don't know he has. Because our last Chief Justice said, I remember he was on a radio station and I called in and I asked him, I said, why these cases, judges just putting off cases, you're postponing, delaying. And he said to me, Ma'am, I have no control over what goes on in the courts. Judges, he has no control over judges and magistrates delaying matters. So when I heard Ronnie Boodoo Singh said that, I say, wow, well, maybe this new Chief Justice has powers that we didn't know, or he got new powers. Only to hear on Sunday, former Judge Ralston Nelson said when he was a judge, his colleagues, he was talking in some dinner they had, and they interviewed him, and he is saying how his colleagues in those, well, what they used to do in his time, when they want to go to cricket, they will postpone a matter in order to go to cricket. And I say, what? So there it is. A former judge came and let us know why some judges postpone your matter, delay your matter. A judge, I didn't say it, Mr. Baker. You could get the clip from, I think, TV, all the televisions run it. Ralston Nelson said that. So that is what we're hearing now. Why sometimes you case. Because let me tell you, Mr. Baker, I never forget on a radio program, a police officer called in and he said he went to court. He was ready. The witnesses were ready, everybody. Defense, prosecutors ready. He said, and that morning, he said he don't know if that judge was a magistrate. I think it was upset. He said every time they call, you know, the big book that they have when they read out the case, and every time the clerk of the court call a matter, he said postpone. He said that man postponed every matter that was called before him. And I am saying this cannot be right. Yeah. A judge can't just postpone a matter for no reason. Prosecutor, defense ready, witnesses there, and you postponing a matter for what? Mr. Baker, look, we need to. I hope the powers that the new Chief Justice got, he could stop the delay in these cases in the courts for 5 and 10 years. Have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you very much. So I don't know that he would have new powers, but I know that he is responsible for the management of the judiciary, and he would be able to, in some ways, affect what is transpiring. And it is a good signal that he has indicated his acknowledgement of the tremendous problem of delays and the importance of justice on time, right? Justice delayed is justice denied. And I wish him the absolute best in working on ameliorating that problem. It's a one that has been with us for quite some time, and it renders the experience of justice quite distasteful to many. Yes, I have pulled up because before Kingsley mentioned it, I did not know that Mr. Trump had indicated the possibility of talks with Mr. Maduro, and he hints at it, right? All of the news articles that I'm looking at, Reuters, Euronews, etc., speak about a possibility and the openness of Mr. Trump to talks with President Maduro, President Trump, and President Maduro. So we'll see. Of course, we would like, particularly because of how much it will affect us in this region, we would like to see an amicable, peaceful resolution to the tensions that have been taking place. And we pray, trust me, Trinidad and Tobago, we pray. We should pray. We should pray for that. And in the background of that taking place, we of course see the United States has some of their military personnel here in Trinidad and Tobago, and they are doing joint exercises with the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment. Now, there has been some note of our Attorney General's statement that what we are doing is in keeping with arrangements that have been made prior to this administration. And I know people would have looked at that, and they should look at it as well. Sometimes you bind yourself to agreements and arrangements that you have to then fulfill. And the training of our personnel is not a negative thing. We have a small regiment for whatever internal reasons and for the protection of our country to some extent. And the more that they are upskilled, the better. So that is in the news as well. I see an interesting article about a Chaguanas litter bug made to clean illegal dump site, and I myself had to caution two individuals very recently for dumping, right? For dumping waste where they thought was just easy for them, but not the right place at all. Trinbagonians, come on, all try all the best now. Oh gosh. Right, so that's an interesting one. The authorities probably made them clean the dump site, which is good, which is fitting. Right. I saw the social media post as well. I didn't go into depth with it, but apparently a couple of Trinbagonian fishermen are in Venezuela and being held there against their will, and there's the demand for some ransom or something of the sort. Very disturbing as well, and I hope that their situation could be resolved as well. Another positive one as well for our economic situation, where I see that Trump lifts tariffs on TNT fertilizers after high-level talks. And I would have read a bit of this story because I like positive news, obviously. But some $3 billion in fertilizers, 3 billion TT dollars, we export every year. Well, companies from Trinidad and Tobago. And that is significant. It is a significant export. And it was challenged by the tariffs that were placed on them because it would make those fertilizers more expensive and therefore less profitable, and challenged by other production. So it is definitely a positive economic note that, those tariffs have been lifted for Trinidad and Tobago, and it is on the back of negotiations, high-level negotiations. They say high level just mean senior officials, right? It don't mean people high talking. And a couple other things within the local space, right? But we look on at what is taking place. We try to understand as well. As Mr. West told us, we could utilize ChatGPT and other platforms for search as search engines to try to get the information that we want to get on certain topics, to try to understand what is going on, to answer some of the unanswered questions we may have. Sometimes we see a headline, but we don't understand why that situation is the way it is, or why there's inaction, for example. I don't want to miss this article as well. The headline is Moms in Need, and there's a Single Mothers Association, which I was not too aware of. Of course, we are more aware of a Single Fathers Association, probably because of how often that organization is in the news and the media. But the head of the Single Women's Association would have outlined some of the difficulties that women are facing in Trinidad and Tobago, and in particular single mothers. Their most predominant challenge, at this point in time, would be the inability to find housing and to also find, food items for themselves and their children. And I can understand that given the climate, economic climate, and the challenges that we face at this point in time. And I want to end on this note because we're coming to the top of the hour. It is essential for us to understand the difficulty that people are going through now. And however we could help, please ask Trinbagonians to reach out and to help as a government as well, and those people who have the ability through their offices or through their financial ability. Please understand the difficulty and the challenge that people face economically now, and let us find a way to meet some of these needs that exist, right, and offer hope and love and care by doing so to mothers, fathers, to children as well. All right, blessings to everyone. We'll be back, God willing, tomorrow. Have a wonderful Monday and a productive one at that. Take care.
Per live on the street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues